part 2 of this story. Well, so learn everybody. And let me tell you, have courage, stand up, don't bow down, don't be sweet and nice, because you will accomplish nothing. I was a year and a half going from hospital to hospital and rehabilitation centers. And I'm telling you, Jeffrey would have been dead 1,000 times if I choose become nice and sweet with these people. I'm gonna say something here. I was extremely nice and extremely sweet and extremely helpful with the nurses and many physicians that we had in CNS that were and CNAs, that they were fabulous with us. And all my gratitude forever to all of them. And when it was this type of issues, you better be ready to get your little nails out and fight. So what I did is that I went and stand at the door of the ER room. I grabbed my cell phone and I decided to start recording. And when I start recording, I start saying, well, here is the situation. We are at the hospital. And I basically start saying all that I just told you. Well, immediately they came to tell me that I was not allowed to be recording in a hospital and that I should go back to inside my room. Well, I stopped recording at that moment, but I said, this doctor better come back here and start talking to me, because we are not living. This is life and death situation. We're not living. The person, whatever, left. And then in a little while, it come a young girl. This young girl was patient relationship person. And she came with her little paper to start writing, whatever information, and letting me know, asking me, how everything is going, and working the discharge as well. This is not to change anything. And I said, let me tell you something. I said, my son is dying of hydration and hunger, and you are here wasting your time and my time. So you better just leave this room and start working the papers for Jeffrey to be admitted in this hospital and that his feeding to be changed immediately. And tell the doctor that I'm going to start filming right now, telling and posting this through all social media. Mind you, they panic about social media platforms. And I said, and she said, you're not allowed to do that. I said, oh, I'm not allowed to do that, but you're allowed to make me sign 1,000 papers when I come in with letters this big, and you allowed to have a department full of lawyers to protect all of you, but me, a mother with a sick son of a severe brain damage that cannot eat and cannot have water on his medication, you're going to harass and you're going to what? Call security? Kick me out of the hospital? What are you going to do? What are you going to do being a hospital instead of helping the patient? So I'm telling you, I said, go tell the doctor, I'm going to start recording, and I'm going to put his name through all social media, telling them what he is doing, what he's doing is going to cause the death of my son. He left. So the doctor comes back. Listen careful how sneaky these people are. If you don't pay attention to the words they're saying to you. If you don't put your head and your brain to work and to understand what's going on and to pay attention, you can end in a bad situation to the point of casket. So anyway, so the doctor come, stand by the door, and he said to me, oh, let me tell you something. He said, I'm going to send Jeffrey right now to get some X-rays. Because before you guys are discharged, I want to make sure that his feeding tube is placed in the right place. I said, no, you're not going to do that. He said, what? I said, you're not going to do that. Because I never came here to tell you that the feeding tube is not in the right place in his stomach. I came here to tell you that the feeding tube is clogged. That's why I'm here. So you're not gonna trick me and don't insult my intelligence. Neither yours, because I know that stupid you're not, because you went through medical school. So I said, this is the deal. Jeffrey is getting admitted and his feeding tube is going to be changed. Guess what? In less than 15 minutes, they came and told me that Jeffrey was being admitted. And that same night, Jeffrey, they changed his feeding tube and they put a new one. Do you understand now what I'm saying?